How many times have you regretted telling someone something about yourself? How many times have you felt like the things you said were used against you? Thanks to Buddhist wisdom, we will see what are the 10 things about yourself that you should not tell anyone if you want to protect your inner peace and the serenity of the people you love. So, stay until the end of this video because the last points the monk will talk about will also be the most important. But before we continue, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to stay updated when we publish new stories like this one. A reverent silence fell over the temple courtyard, paved with smooth, time-worn stones, as the morning sun painted the ancient tiles of the curved roof gold. The monk Kiji, a man whose serene presence seemed to emanate an inner light, sat cross-legged on a raised platform constructed of dark, polished wood. His eyes, wells of wisdom beyond the years, rested gently on the assembled crowd, a mosaic of hopeful faces and souls seeking guidance. "Welcome, friendly souls," Kiji began, his voice a soothing balm, a melody that seemed to harmonize with the rustling leaves of the great cherry tree that dominated the courtyard. Today, we will delve into the art of wise silence, exploring 10 things about yourself that are best kept hidden in the sanctuary of your heart. Imagine having a seed, an idea, a long-term plan that you cherish with love and hope, Kiji said, his voice conjuring vivid images. This seed is fragile. It needs time and care to germinate. If you expose it to the harsh light of others' judgment too soon, it risks withering. Words of doubt, envy, or even simple misunderstanding can cast a shadow of uncertainty, undermining your motivation before your project has a chance to flourish. Nourish your dreams in the fertile soil of silence. Act diligently and consistently, and let your results speak for you, like flowers blooming in all their splendor. Think, for example, of an ambitious project you've always dreamed of doing, like opening a shelter for abandoned animals, writing a novel, or learning a new language to travel to a distant country. Sharing these plans with someone who might not understand, who might discourage you with phrases like "it's too hard" or "you'll never make it," could weaken your resolve. Keep your dreams safe, work hard in silence, and let success be your voice. Remember, ideas are like delicate plants. They need a protected environment to grow strong and lush. A gentle smile lit up Kiji's wrinkled face. Think now of your acts of kindness, those moments when you reached out, offered help, gave something of yourself. He continued, "These acts are like underground rivers that nourish the earth, invisible but essential. Charity, when flaunted, loses its purity. It becomes a matter of ego, not altruism. True generosity flourishes in anonymity. It is a silent dance between you and the cosmos, a wave of positivity that seeks neither praise nor recognition." Imagine that you have donated money to a cause you believe in, or that you have volunteered your time at a hospice. If you recount these actions with the intent of receiving admiration, their essence is corrupted. True charity is a private act, a gesture that nourishes both the giver and the receiver without the need for an audience. Each of us has our own path of inner growth, made up of personal choices and sacrifices. Your ascetic lifestyle, whether it's a vegetarian diet, waking up at dawn to practice yoga, or long meditation sessions, is a path you've chosen for yourself. Kiji admonished, his voice firm but compassionate. Imposing these practices on others, judging those who don't follow them, only creates divisions and misunderstandings. Sharing your experiences is fine, but imposing them is a stretch. Respect the uniqueness of each individual's journey, remembering that each soul has its own times and ways of growing. Think of a friend who criticizes you because you don't follow their same strict diet or don't get up at 5 a.m. to meditate. This judgmental attitude creates a barrier between you. It is important to remember that your life choices are valid for you, but should not be imposed on others. Share your experiences without judgment. Courage and heroism are admirable qualities, Keiji said, his gaze piercing. External exploits are often a reflection of internal battles won. Those who have truly conquered their fears feel no need for external validation of their deeds. True courage is a silent strength, manifested in resolute action, not in bombastic words. Imagine that you have faced a dangerous situation to help someone else, or that you have overcome a great personal fear. Recounting these deeds with the intent of being seen as a hero belittles the true value of your courage. True heroism needs no stage. It lies in the inner strength that drove you to act. Keiji paused, his eyes softening further. The spiritual insights, the pearls of wisdom that emerge from the depths of your being, are precious gifts, discovered through introspection and contemplation, he murmured. These precious gems must be guarded carefully and shared only with those who are truly ready to receive them. Not all hearts are prepared to receive such profound truths. Imagine that you have had a profound spiritual experience, an enlightenment that has changed your outlook on life. Sharing this experience with those who are not ready to understand it, who might mock or belittle it, would be like throwing a precious seed on barren ground. Spiritual truths are delicate and must be shared wisely. Family is the core of our lives, but family conflicts are inevitable, like the rising and falling tides. Keiji continued, his voice filled with ancient wisdom. Airing your family's dirty laundry in public doesn't bring solutions, but only fuels gossip and disagreements. Approach family matters with love, understanding, and discretion. Remember, loyalty and privacy are the foundation of a strong family. Think of an argument with a family member, a difference of opinion that has created tension. Talking about it with friends or acquaintances, especially if it is critical or negative, will not solve the problem, but may make the situation worse. The monk nodded in understanding. The unpleasant words spoken to you are like stones thrown into a pond, Keiji explained, using a simple but effective metaphor. They create ripples, waves of pain and resentment, but you have the power to choose whether to hold on to those stones or let them go. Don't allow negative words to pollute your mind. Forgetting them is an act of inner cleansing. Think of a bad comment that was made to you, a criticism that hurt you deeply. Thinking about those words over and over again is like holding on to garbage that poisons your mind. Learn to let go, to forgive. We all have weaknesses, insecurities, sides of ourselves we'd rather hide, Keiji advised. While trust is essential in any relationship, indiscriminate vulnerability can be unwise. Share your insecurities only with those who have earned your trust, who will support you with wisdom and compassion. Think of a deep insecurity of yours, something that makes you feel vulnerable. Sharing it with the wrong person could cause you a lot of pain. Be careful and open your heart only to those who have proven to be worthy of your trust. Do not boast about your material wealth, Keiji said, his tone calm but firm. True prosperity is not measured by what you have, but by what you are. Showing off your possessions can arouse envy and create unnecessary distance. Think of someone who constantly boasts about his money, his expensive car, or his luxurious home. This behavior, instead of arousing admiration, often creates envy and detachment. Let your wealth be a means to do good, not a symbol of status. Finally, Keiji leaned forward slightly, his voice heavy with solemn importance. Guard your deepest, darkest secrets with your life. These are the unspeakable thoughts, the most painful regrets, the deepest fears that reside in the depths of your being. Sharing them with the wrong person could devastate your inner peace and that of those around you. It's not a question of dishonesty, but of self-defense. Some doors are best left closed, not to hide, but to preserve the sacredness of your inner world. Think of your darkest secret, something that makes you deeply ashamed, a mistake from the past that you bitterly regret. Confiding this secret to someone who cannot understand it could have devastating consequences for you and the lives of those close to you. A deep silence enveloped the courtyard as Kichi's words penetrated the souls of those present. The sun, now high in the sky, cast long shadows, symbolic of the hidden depths that each of us carries within ourselves. Remember, Kichi concluded with a reassuring smile, silence is not empty. It is full of answers. By wisely guarding these 10 things, you not only protect yourself, but also create a space for true growth, inner peace, and authentic connection with the world around you. As the crowd dispersed, everyone carried with them the weight and liberation of the monk's words. Hana, who had always had the tendency to confide her sorrows to anyone, now felt a sense of relief. She had understood that not all thoughts need to be expressed. Kenji, who had always struggled with remorse for a mistake he had made in his youth, realized that there was no need to torment himself by revealing his secret to everyone. Takashi, who had spent his life seeking the approval of others, understood that true wisdom lies not in accumulating words, but in knowing how to ration them. The path to wisdom, they realized, was paved not with words, but with meaningful silences, with thoughtful choices about what to share and what to guard in the secret garden of one's heart. And above all, they had learned that not telling anyone their deepest, darkest secrets was not only the 10th and most important thing not to do to protect one's inner peace and the serenity of the people you love, but a true act of love and protection towards oneself and towards others. As day gave way to evening, each of those present carried with them a fragment of Kiji's wisdom, a seed of awareness planted deep in their hearts, and Kiji's temple continued to be a beacon of wisdom for all who sought the path to inner peace, a place to learn the art of wise silence, the art of guarding one's secrets not as a burden, but as a precious treasure.